Peace established with the northern farmers has secured the north by the time being. We're bound to respect the borders of the farmers, some say. Popular support drops as the government of the Supreme Commander nationalized the supply stations. A move done to maintain order and expand control. These are the sayings within the God's ranks. Spies have reported a vast northwest territory dominated by a clan called Nefaria. Welcome to an Era Dominus, the moon, in which we are inhabiting here in Shadow Empire. This is Victus, and join in to enjoy the exploration of our moon. So as you may see, we have here nothing to worry about. What they say is that everything that is to the west, these are called the Theran Wastes. So we're going to concentrate ourselves into the situation at hand with which is the Zeleruzans. We see that we have good production in food, we have good in oil, we have metals, industrial points, and we have a lot of energy. So this is going to lead me to start thinking about construction here. We have to establish contact with the Zelerus. We have reborder the situation here, so we have to reborder again the border with these guys, and we have to construct something in this chapter. So first we're going to go to decisions. Apparently there is an envoy here that is going to approach us. So it's from the Zelerus Federation. Dissatisfied elements in the Zelerus Federation. Apparently there is growing dissatisfaction inside Zelerus Federation. The president seems to be bordering to the insane. We are in contact with a mysterious opposition leader calling himself Jefe. He says that if we can give him just a little support and a promise to invade, then he can organize for a fifth column of rebels to rise up and help us gain a swift victory. Will we help these opposition forces and make a promise to invade? 12-round invasion deadline. So we can say yes. It's going to cost us 250 credits. 1 political point, and democracy is going to increase. Heart is going to increase. Mr. Quitmore is going to be very, very pleased with this, and as well deplored. If we say no, then we're going to gain government +4 and fist. Now this is it says that it's called him Jefe. He says that the president or the leader of the Zelerusians is basically insane. So if we give him support, we will have to promise to invade the region. Now, I don't see why to get democracy just by spending 250 credits if either way we're going to declare war. So basically we're going to say no, and we're going to increase the fist and the government. Up to this point, if we check here the polymer state, we see that fist is 48 and government is 33. So basically, if we do this, we're going to get 37 for the actual government, and for Fist, we're going to get 51. So I think this is going to be better. We're going to go for no. I have no interest in going for democratic here. We told this pseudonymous opposition leader that he is on his own. Okay, we are not interested in that, but we're interested in establishing the borders here. So let me just move the here the 1st Polymer Artillery Battalion here. So we get control of the Buntur span and then move down here. So apparently there's something here. Now, something happened here. You see that when I move here, there is this thing that is going to expand the border, but here there's no expansion. This means that there's something here. So this means that we have a recon of 8, so we cannot understand, or we are not able to see what is in here. That's something to take into account. So then I'm going to move the 1st Polymer Guards Battalion, which is actually these guys. I'm going to move them here and then to the road. Now, again, there are no expansion here, so there's potentially a lot of things here. There could be units, or possibly there's a possibility that there's nothing, but apparently there is indeed. So we have here a recon of 8 and here a recon of 10. We can pull these guys here and start increasing the recon that we have here. Perhaps this could be an option. So I'm going to move this guy here. So I'm going to go straight in here. I don't have any problem with this because we're bound to be loyal to the fact that we are not going to attack these guys here. Okay, however, here we expanded the recon of 16. If you go here, you see the 42 for the minimum that we need in order to understand what is here. But I think up to this point, we are good having this line of guards standing in front of here. Perhaps we can... No, I think it's okay. So we're doing great there. And then we have these guys here that I'm pretty sure are going to be very, very useful if war breaks with the Belarus. So I'm just going to move this guy straight in here. So now I have all of these guys here, which is going to be good. I am not afraid of anything here because I know these guys are over here and we have this situation under control. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, because I know things about this, but I don't know things about this. For example, here we know that the guy here is called Joanna Garcia, which are nomads, but we don't know anything about these guys. So I'm going to send I was thinking to send a spy here, or perhaps here to the Theran Wastes. If we see the minimap, we see that the Theran Wastes are basically connecting here, somewhere around here. And there's another faction over here. So let's go ahead and send a... What's the difference in between sending a spy into the Theran Wastes? We have a difficulty of 42, and here we have a difficulty of 41. We have better chances to do it over here. Okay, I think I'm going to send it to the Sepharian territory. 38, failure. We did not infiltrate our spies into Zephyrian. Luckily, we escaped detection of our covert operations. So we rolled a 38. Because we rolled a 38, we managed to escape. But we didn't manage to get there. Okay, fair enough. So another thing, before going into construction here, another thing that I want to check here is the letterbox. So here, we generated the new stratagem. Your organization faction generated the following: send a spy. So it's telling us that we just did this. And then we have the Merchant Reforming Society news. Here we have, Sir, Blaine Stanilov adapted to Merchant Reformist Society. Leader profile mind has increased and is now at plus level. Crown Hydras adapted to Merchant Reformist Society, and leader profile autocracy has increased and is now at higher levels. So this means that this guy is now autocratic, and I think it's good for us. He's akin to our governmental system. And then we have another report here that in Metal Walker in the northwest, we found 94 fuel has been secured by the troops. And this is the report given by the governor of Polymer, that over here in this area we have secured oil. Okay, now let's go to the fact that we want to build something here. Now, if you go to the area that we want to build, I would prefer to build something in Labaria Ruins. This means that we are going to construct. We click here. We have the option to build ice mining facility and recycling facility. Now, there are a lot of other things that we can construct, even bunkerization, anti-radiation infrastructure. And these are only the actual areas that these are only the actual things that we can, the assets that we can build on the actual hex. If we click here, new city impossible, so you are able to create cities, but I think this is a little bit more advanced. This is the first time that I noticed this button here. So over here in the Labaria Ruins, we see that we have water. Now, there is this resource that is called the machines. This is a very scarce resource, as we can see. And my thought here is to build more water. Now, straight, I am going to build something because we're wasting energy. If you see here, lost down there before the last line, where it says maximum storage, it says that we lost due to max storage reached 77. So we lost and we're wasting energy here. So if you go here to construct, you see that, for example, agricultural dome facility is using energy. In logistics, we see nothing, but in mining, we see that ice mining facility as well used energy. All of these facilities use energy, including industry and governmental assets, apart from Rat Treatment Center. This is not. This is actually a hospital. So my thinking was to build an ice mining facility, but I noted that this thing is going to need it has one machine construction cost for 2 rounds. So this means that every round is going to use 1 machine pod. So we need 2 machine pods and we have 3. However, the recycling facility has the cost of one per 2 rounds, so it's another 2. But the good thing is that we don't use energy. Now, we talked about why do we have the possibility to build to get energy. For example, we get energy by this helium reactor here. This is the reason we're getting energy. This is an ancient miniature liquid energy reactor that has survived and is still semi-operational. Now, because of this, we can produce. The thing is that if I produce the actual ice mining facility, good thing is that the fact that the planet is cold, it means that there are a lot of ice. And if you click here, you see that these facilities can mine underground water deposits as well as above ground snow and or ice. So there's a lot of snow, there's a lot of ice on the planet because of the coldness of the planet, and we can pretty easy create these and get more water. If we see here, we can understand that the maximum storage is 1,400 and we have 200. You say, okay, we are in a very hostile environment and it's going to be good for us to have water. But if we really see here the fact that we're going to get 1,000 water by using 125 metals and 125 industrial points, with which we have 145, we're going to use more than the 80% of our resources just by creating these mining water facilities. Yes, we're going to get water, but I think recycling facility is more appealing to us in this point, because we're not going to use energy though, but we're going to get rare earth metals, more oil and more metal. Why is this better? According to my understanding, my analysis is because we can be using machine construction. We can use machine parts, and we're going to use 2 and we're going to be left with 1. However, there's the market here, the trade, where you can go and buy the actual machine available, 2 machine available for us at the price of 64 credits. We can buy these 2 parts by paying 128 credits, but we can sell as well. Selling means that we can sell whatever is going to be produced with the recycling facility and the other thing that is called rare metals, and we can sell and then get credits by selling those, and then we can buy more machines available from the other factions. So this is not something that, even though we cannot see them, there are a lot of people moving around from the different areas coming into Polymer, and we're going into their own cities, for example Hansen, and more likely even that we are at peace with these farmers. We're trading with these people. It is not just that, of course, we don't see them here, but that's the idea, and that's the beauty of this wargame, that you have that you can imagine all of these things and all of these people, including the free folk, coming and exchanging things. So I think we're not going to get water for the people, even though humans live by drinking water, but I'm going to prefer to do the recycling. So use the facilities. So we are going to use the recycling facility. We're going to create this. We can see a picture here of this. So what I'm going to do is start construction here of the recycling facility. So Joan Nash is going to set commence construction of the recycling facility. If you go here, you see that under construction and 2 turns left for the recycling thing. Okay. Beautiful. So that is concerning the recycling. Now, I think that we can clearly move a little bit here and start expanding a little bit over here. So let's try to move this guy here. Okay, we can see that we have expanded a little bit more here. see if we can move. I think it's okay. We're going to stay there just because we don't want these guys to get into this area as well. As I mentioned before, this area is very important for us. Okay, so we're pretty much good here. Let me see here. This is going to say at the start of the turn we control 67 hexes, and that is 33 more than previous turn. That is good start, but just to start. Remember, our final goal is to conquer the whole planet. Okay, and then we have the metal is a key resource. Now this is Deep Lord saying us that the metal is key resource for almost all production and constructions. So basically metal is important. The zones of the first strategical headquarters do not have a public asset yet that is producing metal. We could construct a metal mine if we have found metal deposits, or if no metal deposits found, we could construct recycling assets on a hex with scavenge points. Now, let's remember here that if we go to the assets here, we can see scavenge points. You see this. This is giving scavenge points, I think, over here. However, we have this thing here that has what he was talking about. We can go here and do the metal mining facility, and as well we're going to pay these. I think we can start the construction of this the next turn, or perhaps to buy another piece of machines. So yeah, I think I'm going to buy another machine part. So by buying machine credits, I'm going to buy one machine. So yeah, you bought one machines. And now we have 4. We're using 2 building this asset. And now here, I'm going to go and build the mining to get the metal mining facility. And still we're going to use energy that is good. We're going to get 250 metals that are pretty good. Now, wait a second. 121 we have here. And with these, how much is this one? Let me see. I want to know how much is. Did I just use this? I don't remember. So I'm going to use over here the metal one. So I'm going to start the construction of the metal mining facility over here. Okay. Did we just check the reports here for the... This is an overview of all the organization's tasks. Political power 50%, 50% for general stratagems. We have here strategical headquarters news. Everyone is well fed, everyone is consuming food. The regimes here, for example, the Solarus Federation, we don't know anything about them. Their relations are 38. With the farmers, we have 58, Duncan Leupold, and we have Joanna Garcia with 29 relations in the Mafari territory, and nothing known yet about the Sepharan territory. Okay, so far so good, so let's end the turn. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and we see that there's movement. Curious guys from this territory are getting near. And this is something that I don't like, because they just took a little bit of our territories here. I don't know if these guys are basically... Let me see. Their intentions are unclear, even though they are nomads. I don't think they are going to be a bit of a problem right now, even though we have just the first polymer armored battalion here to defend if something happens. Oh, free folk are going down pretty much. So we have now 43,000 guys, and then we're losing food, and we're losing, we need 121 of these, and we have 0. This is not good. So we will have to deal with this situation. We will have to buy 121. I think I'm going to do it right now very quickly. Just going to go to the market, and basically we can't buy those. Interesting. We can just produce this. Okay, so for some reason we're not going to be able to, yeah, we're now in a problem because we need industrial points. How do we get the industrial points is going to be a little bit of an interesting situation. So yeah, we will have to deal with this situation. We have a problem with industrial points. I just constructed too many assets. I think that's the problem. So we will have to get those industrial points. I don't know how are we going to get them. This is the situation. We are going to continue in the next chapter. This was Victus. See you next one.